Hello, SNA fans. Sorry about that. I don't know what's up with my webcam right now, but it just keeps barely passing the half an hour mark, and I just cannot go without. It just can't not stop doing this, and it looks like I'm gonna have to keep making it on every half an hour clips. But hopefully, this final time, this will be this third time will be the final time, I should say. Yeah. I apologize. My apologies of that error, of course. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna continue talk about AEW Collision, which I'm a in the in the segment or the match between Brody King and Mark Briscoe, with him getting brutally assaulted by the two members of the House of Black, him and Julia Hart, stuck in that spike right on his head, which hopefully they have him get some redemption from that, like of with the house with them with excuse me, not trying to stutter, but yeah, with the former Ring of Honor Tag Champion, given what they deserve, and in this nightmare that they were in this nightmare and this humiliation, what they did to him. Yeah, that's what I should describe it. This is where we got Brian Keith, which we got Brian Keith in next. He made his present. This is where he was like, hey, like I'm officially all elite. Like it's been announced last week. And I'm looking at the climbing ranks, and collect my bounty. And whether if you good, bad, or ugly, you could stand across the league for me. You better be ready to pay, sucker. And I was like, is he referencing my boy WrestleMania? Because he said, whether if you're good, bad, or ugly, even though he didn't say it downright. But either way, he would go for anybody. Whether it's somebody from AEW, WWE, or even the YouTubers like Simon Miller or the Great One, Plana, or even WrestleMania. Just joking here. Nah, he's not gonna. But yeah, let me know what's next for with Brian Keith. Now he's officially all elite. In the comments down below. Let's move on, and we got what's her name? Deonna Purrazzo taking on Kiera Hogan. And yeah, I'll say this was a pretty I'll say this was very, very, very interesting or entertaining, I should say. Maybe I made a mistake here, though. I'll say maybe I'll say the Daniel Garcia and Shane Taylor. I'll say third match. I'll say yeah, and I would say the fourth match. I'll say Mark Briscoe and the Brody King's fourth match, and I'll say fifth match was timeless Tony Storm against Queen Emanata, and we got Kiera Hogan versus Deonna Purrazzo, which is the sixth match of the night, which was nothing but excellent, great matches. Even though it's kind of I'm underrating the women, but it's just that we had some other good matches too. Otherwise, I would say this was a show stealing moment, and I would, even though it kind of was, especially with that segment with Timeless Tony Storm. But anyway, this is where we got. Now I'm gonna get back to the point. We got Deonna Purrazzo going head to head with Kiera Hogan, with her hitting a leg drop right on the Purrazzo. It's a running back hip attack. This is where she tried to go for a running hip right onto right in the midsection of Deonna, but Deonna moved out of the way. This is where Deonna tried to hit her with an attack move, but this is where Kiera Hogan moved out of the way. This is where she tried to hit a right hand onto Kiera, but she counters the right hand right into her face. This is where the Vociosa then grabs on her arm, twist her arm, knee it right inside the ring. This is where Deonna Purrazzo did a hilarious grin onto right on the camera, I should say. This is where she picks up what's her name, Kiera Hogan. This is where she hits her with an arm drag snapmare, I should say. Okay. I'll open it though. This is where Deanna Prazo grab on her opponent's leg, doing an arm bar onto her. This is where she tried to go for a pin, but this is where Kiera Hogan kicks out at 2-1-2 like at 2.9, I'll say 8, or maybe it was 7. I think it was 7. This is where she did a. This is where she hits her with a what's that? Got her in like a straight jacket lock, like a straight jacket headlock right onto the former Impact Wrestling star. This is where she tried to continue to have her on, but this is where Kiera Hogan flips out of it. This is where she had her in a twisting her arms back into a straight jacket position. That's where Deanna Prazo hit a backstabber right onto Kiera. This is where she tried to go for a pin, but Hogan kicks out at 2.